See, I find that funny. Somebody said, don't let them people use you for free, but freedom don't come, what do I want to say? Sometimes freedom come cheap. You know, the price you think you have to pay is what you think you have to pay, depending on what you really got to pay. It don't really cost that much. I feel like the more I feel something pushing away or whatever this is, the more I speak, the more something is being pushed back for free on my channel without any support or any likes or shares, really. It sounds like somebody think they too smart for their own good. You know, and in the gap, all these people are playing around in a wound, like a dirty flesh wound. It's a wound. Nobody's, you know, paying attention to it. How it's healing or anything like that. They're just like, oh, just leave that behind. And when you're leaving that behind, you know, if you don't look at a wound every once in a while, depending on how bad it is, it could be getting infected and you don't even really know it until you start swelling up or your whole leg turn red or some other symptoms may occur. And you're like, oh, wait, let me look at this. And then you might notice that something is infected. So this could be a wound that could be dealt to somebody like, Yanni, come back this way. Somebody trying to make sure that I don't ever gain any financial anything because these people stole something from me 40 years ago, 30 years ago. I'm almost thinking there's a man, they need the man with the so-called power to split themselves from the being the head of the family to go around all these divine and the snakes so they can manipulate and say, oh yeah, but this could also be a chronos or how they make chronos energies to kill off their offspring, break their heart, watch them, spy on them. You know, whoever thought that, like when you were little in the 80s and a boy punched you in the face or something around the corner, you better believe if your cousins over there, they run up on them and be like, hey, you just hit my cousin or my sister in the mouth or something. These men, it's like almost after the 80s, that's when they started prying on us. Even if you have a brother and he got 10 clones, one of them was your stalker or your watcher. One of them was allowing other men to look at you invulnerable or sensitive or naked and making money off of this. So some people were trafficked by so-called family members. Yanni, get back around here. You know, it could also be jealousy or envy because I told you some of these people are a spawn of like the Presleys and the Michael Jacksons. They didn't make it to the limelight, but they're out here with us. And they have the tendency to maybe want that same type of fame that somebody else had. I really don't care for it. Just leave me the fuck alone. But when you do have popularity or something, it could be something that can help seemingly save you for a certain amount of time. Because somebody can have a lot of friends, but which one of them friends is really there for you when you really needed them? You can know everybody in the school and clap hands with everybody as you walk through the hallway, but which ones of those is going to be there when you really need them? Now, some of these people sold out their best friend that was really going to be there for them when they need them. But I guess in this day and age, you could create more. You could just force people or blackmail them and to subdue them to... Yanni, I said, get over here. Put them in subjugation. But it was a problem, though. See, that's why I said these people came here and stirred up. It's like little bad kids from all over the world came here and started stirring up little pocket holes of problems. Oh, you shouldn't take that. You shouldn't take that, you know, in the household. You know what I'm saying? Where they subdue the so-called black mothers that'll knock your ass out, and then they raise up all the Caucasian mothers or all the soft mothers. You know, we'll use a comical kind of slang because in comedy you can get away with certain things that you can't get away with in real talk. But in reality, there's just, you know what I'm saying, the strict parents and there's parents that's not. You know, but I was thinking about like when he's like, oh, you know, he's like, yeah, your mom came in here. Like, boy, you better get something. And he's like, oh my God, how did she talk to you like that? You want me to say something? You know what I'm saying? How do you talk like that? You didn't say something? There's also some kind of discrimination too. Um, Whatever these men have been able to create with women that considerably could be look ruly, but their behavior in the dark or behind the scenes is very unruly, um, sneaky, stealth, snakish. Okay, um, because almost like I told this father a long time ago to cut the head off of a certain snake, but the person like in the spirit, but they didn't listen. When it came to me, I was supposed to cut the head off the snake, and they stopped me. And so now this is where we're at. But okay, and this could be also my youth, could be me coming into this type of space of using my intellect in this way or in this manner. Um Now and saying, hey, yeah, even over here in this realm, this snake is still fucking up shit. Yeah, but somebody might not want to hear it, okay? But I don't sit under any of them. That's what I'm saying. Even the fathers or the earthly fathers are beneath the King of Kings. So they have arranged it some kind of way where it looks like somebody's hopeless. They don't know anything. They don't know what to do. But I see the mindsets of the people that you got working with you behind the scenes that's powering Washington, D.C. because it's not being powered how we were told. And that is a problem. Okay. So somebody could have thought that they triumphant over someone. Like anytime I would see, if I would see a man standing next to his daughter's, if the relationship was pretty decent or whatever, from what I could tell, ain't no way you seeing me as a grown ass man standing next to my daughter's spouse unless you fucking him or y'all part of the same team, going against my child, especially when I've seen that everybody else walked away from my child and my child is standing. They're not being rebellious. They're standing up for themselves. They're fighting back no matter who is standing behind them. And then I'm going to take the last stand. Somebody is because somebody is not somebody's father. Somebody is not somebody's father. That's why. And there's something that these people are trying to hide. There could be a kidnapping or a death, like these silent wars that could have been going on in the 80s and the 90s of this father while we was living in those apartments. This could also be some of the people that were living us over there with them could have already been producing seed in the background, and one of these people couldn't wait. I keep on hearing that little E couldn't wait. So somebody was waiting. This is like a group of me and your brothers, cousins, uncles, or clones of them, or the ones that are out of the system or whatever this is, waiting and looking like, oh, when she's 15, that's right. That's when it's just right. When they 13 through 15, that's when it's just right. So you could have been like, this is like China binding children or binding the feet of children until a certain age. It makes them more costly, and it makes them more sought after. It makes them some kind of way, right? This can even be keeping somebody like bound, like keeping a little girl like just in the house, being strict with them, something like this. But yeah, so these could be watchers or something else higher than that. All right. And I feel like they never found a girl, because I told you what I'm practicing right now is because something is strange around me. That's the reason why I'm trying to keep my goodies to myself at this moment. That's just what my intel is telling me. But I'm not saying that there's anything against sex. And I feel like somebody wants to embarrass or humiliate somebody by showing your body count or you having sex or being intimate with somebody. You can't. It's a natural fucking thing that people do. Why would I be embarrassed about that? You see, somebody want to know, like, you want to just act mousy. You want to act like, no, I never said. I told y'all I had a lot of sex in my life. It just ain't nothing that been. I can tell that something is blocked because I've never had. It's almost like I've been having sex. Like these men were robots that were sent in just to entertain me, or like somebody was really acting like these were guys that wanted to date me, but this was really a pimp sending in, people to pretend like they like me and get the cookie or something, or kiss me or touch me or see me naked or just befriend me and then take the friendship away. So not only was Kronos, we see him biting down on the heart of a baby, But this is somebody that sticks around a child, that has a lot to offer, intel, emotions, all these things, and kind of binds themselves to that child. And as things come towards that child, this person just chomps. It's like the chomp monster. We used to play this thing in school, in like the, little school, like before third grade, like word munchers and, Oregon Trail, them games like that from the 80s. We used to play those games like that. And I think I used to like word munchers, and then I think they might have had number munchers as like a spinoff or something like that too. Um, that's somebody that, as the things come to you, they're hovering over to snatch them. Now I'm thinking about my one card from my witchy deck, where the dark creature is sitting over the girl, and her eyes are like white, and she's like got this book open, and she's like channeling. Like the person can't touch the book because it's holy, or it might be consecrated for something. So he allows the child to touch the book and bring it to life, where demons can understand, and then, try to use it to kind of cause stumbling blocks for God's children. But in the end, they end up falling in the pit, or they end up being punished for it, or something like this. But I feel like somebody is not able to possibly manipulate you, or maybe they could, okay, a little bit. It's like a struggle I'm seeing here as to what information or intel you're putting out. Okay, I'm also seeing it as though somebody has already ran through my intel or your intel. So the only reason why they're keeping up is because they have all the information for your intel. But if you unplug that information, and then we get started back up with the new intel that God is going to probably open up after these blockages, we're going to see that these people didn't have it. And you're going to see how low they've taken us over the past couple years, the past 2 decades, and who's to blame. All right. If you wait and try to find out, you're gonna pay in a big way. If you execute the shit now, you have a chance. Okay. So, all right. See what I'm saying? Because this was on top of the deck in the upright, but when I picked up the cards and just shuffled, opened up, cut the deck, now the triumph is in the reverse. Because somebody sent me that song, I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get $1 out of me. So somebody could also be trying to claim that I am on my coat of arms for my parent, or for my dad's side of the family, that I told you it's the same coat of arm that's on that Ten of Pentacles. If I go far back enough and see the difference of how it changed over the years, even the spelling of it, okay, there's a dog popping out the top, but that's whoever they've been running around here with in the dark, okay? That could also be this, I told you it might be this Phoenix energy. That's the dog, but that doesn't mean that's like the dog jumping through hoops. That crown sitting at the top, the dog is trying to jump through, or I kept on hearing, get that bitch down, or get that dog down, okay? So something is just not a mirage. Something is just for this fake group that been running this family because of their lack of knowledge, okay? And then the family thought that they got knowledge because they heard me talking smart and reading the Bible and books and saying, oh my goodness, I didn't know that she was smart like that. So their way of getting back at me and trying to say I'm smart too is to go with the enemy, take a bribe or a little trinket or a little doggy treat, right? A little doggy treat, a little biscuit or something like this, all right? And then get the information that they have, the esoteric information. What's the T, sis? Bami Hemmet. Okay, because they're really close. The esoteric people are really close behind the scenes in the dark. The dark magic is the fact that you wouldn't think that TD Jakes and Bobby Hemmet have anything to do with each other, but they do. And, everybody want to say, oh, them white men, them old white people, look at them royals and try to make them look all bad and everything. But at the end of the day, you have to look at it like this. Most of these people that's doing all this shit in the dark, they're dark skinned just like you. They feel like it's our turn to grab, but you're not even prepared. You're still sick. Most of these people are the ones that was taken by some type of, and some people like, you got to be through something to know something. Yeah, I could, but I can also be pure and not go through nothing, and then take my not went through nothing ass to the top, like the Holy Spirit should be able to. And I can hire motherfuckers like you that I can trust, actually, that know how shit working deep down in them areas, that don't like y'all ass, but they got to work with you, or they got to stay there to make sure that they're the eyes for some type of equality in the future, because they can see y'all and lost your fucking mind. And I could recruit them and hire them to know what the fuck you know and how you operate, and I could still be coming from a good place, and I'm not mentally distraught, and I'm not trauma bonding, and I'm not playing favorites because of people's struggle. I'm treating everybody the same. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't have to like any of these people. My job is to be making something orderly or clean something up or something like this. I don't have to. I can love what I'm doing without having to be in love with you. If you hate me, I don't have to love you. So, it's separating business from pleasure and business from family, things like this, okay? Because sometimes they'll be the first motherfucker to cut you deep. And some of these people ain't your family members no more. They're hollowed out individuals. So, like the girls don't have a chance here. Right? Who are you going to fear? The pimp that was able to sneak you out of your mom's house for 5 years, groom you, fuck you at 5 years old to 10 years old, sneak you back in your mother's house. Your mother don't even know that you done had sex yet. She's still thinking you a virgin, and she don't even know you was taken, and she wasn't able to come get you when you was there. She wasn't able to, if you have these memories still, she wasn't able to go find this pimp and blow his fucking brains out. She can't call nobody and tell them what to do like these vampire pimps and shit like this. Who you gonna be more afraid of? So somebody thought that they had triumphed over someone. This could have started off something that somebody was doing in a small town, a small apartment complex, the projects or something, and then it moved on and on and on. I'm pretty sure the thought process of like some things like reality TV, depending on what sector you in, or TV or something like this, it could have been inspired by how shit used to go down like in the projects. Fights and shit, who baby mama, oh, she fucking him, he sell drug. People, that's what I'm saying, hood rats. They be on the phone, blah, 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 blah. No, that nigga was over there doing this, da, 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 woo, da, woo. You see what I'm saying? Now everybody know where it's at. So, somebody had to create this or something like this. And again, it would be like all them people turning around and going and then wanting to eat that person alive. It's like more of that needs to happen, where people in the community realize the common denominator amongst them that seem like something, or they don't mind like glowing up and then having other people struggle, and this person walking around with $1 million bags when they never had that shit before, and they was from the projects just like everybody else, and then everybody else took crumbs. And it's just like, well, be happy what you got or whatever. You should have saved that money. But damn, this bitch didn't have to save that money. That means you got more money than it was more money attached to what the fuck you was supposed to be giving me, and you got it. You see what I'm saying? So somebody's doing something like this. So the shadow energy, where somebody's shadow is gone. This could also be somebody running away from you or me. This could be like shadow government, shadow agencies or something like this. Or this could be, like I said, somebody is a shadow, or somebody sticks with you as a shadow. This could be like, I was even thinking like Horus and Set, like one being the light side of things and one being the dark side of things. And even the light is talking this shit and standing 10 toes down, and the dark might be fleeing because the dark don't like when what they doing is being brought to the light. They could be tough all they want when it's not being brought to light. This could be a new phase here. We can maybe find out either the light, because it's like the light is going to have to fight until I don't know how long or how many battles, but it's got no respect. Once they feel these people, they have to go, man. Because once they feel like something about not giving you respect when they know that you already earned it, you already got it, you already did all this shit. It's like, dude, I'm hearing some of these people got to go back into their 17 again bodies and do the shit over again. Somebody wants you, they waited 50, like these people that supposed to went through this process at 22, all right? Then they got another body to play around with for 22 years again, like go back to their young age or whatever, something like this. And then somebody wants you to redo this shit after these people have tried to like disable you at this age, you didn't even go through the first vision quest, and somebody trying to put something on somebody that's like unrealistic. So it's just like, get rid of that shit altogether. Let's just see how silly it is and how it don't even matter. Because whatever the vision quest was for people back in the 50s or the 20s or whatever this is, it should be different by now. Okay? I don't know. So again, somebody is not triumphing. This shadow energy or somebody that shadows you or follows you or something like this, they could be leaving. Okay? Something could be like just too late. Like, you know, because I'm hearing somebody saying something like, dang, until I met you. Like everybody else was like, let's go this way. Everybody else was going that way, whatever, whatever. But somebody goes against the grain. Okay? Yeah. We can get this energy with this lion and this man. This could be somebody trying to claim something. Like I said, if these people are supposed to be crossed over, or, you know, y'all know the ones that y'all behind the scenes or whatever that know what these people did or something like this. You know that now we know that we done open up the curtain, and this is not God talking to some most of these people. It's this little green man or whatever, or this little man behind that green screen, you know, and whatever this is. Okay. But we got somebody losing power here. This could just be over an individual or something like this, or whatever this is. Okay, this person could be trying to take away the shadow government, or somebody that was shadowing you. Let's just see. I'm interested in what that is. Obstacles and challenges are out of somebody's way. It's kind of sad that it went down this way, because I feel like there was like an embrace for all the. Say there's 1,000 other children that went through this. The way this person's going to try to hurt you is make sure that their embrace is not on the other side of this thing to brace you or hold you once you went through this process. They want you to realize, even when you jumped over here, you did this hurdle and you won, or you finished the thing and nobody else did. Now figure out what's next. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's like rotten like that. Okay. Shadow energy, but they could be doing it because, you know, imagine that. Like you're a powerful person, but you miles away from this person. And you see how these people are encroaching up on this child that you cared about, once cared about, still care about. You don't understand whatever this is. It's still got to be something how you could feel with that happening. Like you can't protect that child no more. Like the streets are going to eat it up, or something else is about to eat it up. The internet, whatever this is. Like, so somebody could be trying to fuck with you like that so that they can make you be tough or say stuff to maybe, you know, people that you normally wouldn't cross that line or something like this. Okay. Or see, like, how do you feel about that? Did that seem like, you know, disrespect? Did this feel like whatever this is, to know that these people did this? Yeah, the truth. All right. So it could be hurtful. It's like it could be hurtful because the person like, damn, bitch, you ain't had to say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this could change. If somebody ain't ready for that shit, that could really change something here. All right. So something could be wrong with somebody's shadow side. Again, I may not have a solid shadow side, because these people could have thought it intelligent to create several men as my shadow side, but they all got their own thing going on. It would not be, if my shadow side was me all the time, that she would come, you know, and bind to me, and something is not, I've been the same the whole time, so why wouldn't my shadow be the same the whole time? If I've been the same the whole time and you gave me a shadow with a different masculine attached to it every time, and then these masculines break off and do their own thing, I have no shadow at all. I don't have no shadow self at all. And so, do you get what I'm saying? The universe could be in reverse for doing some shit like that.
No, her.
This is the truth about what somebody is seeing that somebody did. So there's no way to collect myself, because at the end of the day, if me and these masculines didn't get to like look each other square in the eyes, shake hands, or sit and conversate, or be around each other in the physical, in the means, maybe these people were able to take me into another realm with that peripheral or whatever that show is, or something like this. But how does it benefit me here? Because I don't remember if ever, I remember knowing these people. So you have to think about when Jesus said, well, I don't know them. What were they saying? Because, you see, So it's like this is how it happens every time. They come, they get what they need from the feminine aspect, and they make sure that she doesn't get nurtured by them equally to take that back with her, even if it's just something that's inside that she remembers. They could possibly do this process with other women, and not give back. It's almost like how normally in a relationship or in a situation with men, they're worried about themselves busting a nut. Every man is not worried about making a female come. They're not gonna work all day and say, whatever. Or maybe like there's experience where, most well, I don't know, because somebody's like, oh yeah, we were up all night or something like this, and I'm thinking, well, damn, bitch, because usually somebody can't be up in here all night, motherfucker. It's like 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? All night is just too much. No, I'm not playing. I'm serious. Do you ever stop and think about shit like that when somebody trying to rub something in your face? Damn, for real? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I just never had that problem before. It'd be like done and fast, Okay? Especially when it be taking too long, shit, you might be sitting there for a minute. You might, I do that one little move to the side of that little jolt, and that's it. Okay, damn, now get on out. I know every girl gotta have this. That one little move when it seems you're like, all right now, nigga, like it's taking a long time now. And then you got that one little, bend, or you could twist it to the side a little bit or something like this. And then this is like, oh, and like 3 seconds later, then there it is. Okay, so you making this nigga come, like, you know what I'm saying, like literally. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Okay. And they're like, "Oh, that must not be my man, because my man don't like to be up at night, bitch." Whew. Okay. Because, I mean, I ain't going to say, look, I'm trying to think back to like in the past. I'm not going to say that it ain't never been an up all night kind of energy or whatever, but it's usually complications and problems like dryness, get that K, get that, that stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe try, well, I don't know. Well, why? I don't know. It just ain't, it ain't stand, I don't know. It just ain't stand up. Well, go get some water and mix it with the KY jelly. You know what I'm saying? Mostly. It's some kind of complications, okay? Jesus. Okay? So I don't know. Or maybe somebody's thinking about somebody else or something like that. Yeah. Or yeah, because maybe it's not somebody's destiny or something like this to be with somebody. They could be finding that out, all right? And then we got intuition here. Whew. My nose. Hold on. Oh, I knew it. Okay. All right, let's see. And girl, it's a lot of people peeking their head out like, yeah, we won, I won, or whatever. Like, damn, I ain't even seen you in 30 years. Oh, y'all was warring against me in the dark for 30 years? Damn, I ain't even seen these people. Like, you have somebody like from school or something pop up on your feed or something like this. You're like, where the hell this person been? All this time I've been on Facebook, I ain't seen your ass. And then people want to come out the woodworks like, yeah, we won that or something, but they really didn't, because bitch, I ain't even seen you. I don't know these people. We got the water element here. Hold on. Somebody could be trying to take somebody from overseas or from the waters. These could be people in the past 30 years that went to the overseas or to the UK, and now they're back. Okay, last week, tomorrow, or something like this. This could be a Versace offspring or something. These could be people meddling with me, finding out that they're fathers that were in a different dimension, or in the spotlight or something, left something for someone or left something for me. These could be sisters and I'm getting a lot of aunts or sisters from bloodlines or from DNA. Okay, from people that I share DNA with that may not have understood the connection between me and these particular men or men of power. And then for me to be on this side and it looks like I really don't have much financially. Do you understand? Who is this woman that's from this, ugh, to have something to do with our father? They don't understand energy or they don't understand some type of reciprocal something here. So this could be also a people that just decided to kill that whole sector altogether or make it not as important. Okay, so somebody could be trying to do something like that. Okay, we got the Venetian energy, Venusians or whatever, romance, soul, something, and empathy in the reverse. All right, so there could just be a whole bunch of people that wasn't handling something right here. And then we got the green eye energy. These could be money, mind on the money, okay, matter energy. These could be aliens or reptilians or, alchemists, the stone, philosopher's stone, infinite. It says infinity, all right, destiny, and magic. So something about somebody's destiny could very well with this to be multiplied. Somebody is not trying to have somebody be multiplied. But if this person would have been able to be multiplied and working on the case like everybody else was, the world would be in such a much more beautiful place right now. So the last bit of good or the last bit of something, these people are trying to ruin it. It could be me, you, whoever you think it is, but that's why I said something earlier on my page about even these children and these people that was created under these sectors that have been wearing false crowns or these false Koreans, I don't know, these false people that have been wearing these masks all this time. That take offense when they know that they purposely tried to keep the golden child or the child that was supposed to be the most educated in all these things from knowing what was happening. You knew what was going to happen. So, why should they be able to, and you knew it could have been saved by this person. You just it didn't look the way that you tell Americans and worldwide people the way that to be successful or the way to be noticed or the way to be powerful. It didn't look like that. And so you didn't want it to prevail or the person or me or whoever to prevail. So we got infinity, destiny, and then magic. But like I said, infinity, they might be trying to test somebody to see about your, intuition, and that's still standing strong, okay? And then we have the destiny is the middle card right here, and it's in reverse. I'm just looking at the 3 words at the bottom of this alchemist stone card, all right? And then we have magic, okay? With E, somebody named E is about to be in heartache and loss, okay? Because somebody took away somebody's magic too, or they tried to take away your destiny and magic, and now this person is about to be sad here. I don't know why I'm getting that Aaliyah with the swoop bang right there. It's been too long and I'm lost without you. Because let me tell you, excuse me, some of these people that you thought was the plants that was in your family that was supposed to be brothers and sisters of yours. Those of them in the background already know how they looked at this. People look at it like, that's gross. Oh my God, you slept with your grandpa. But what if these people, their thinking is to sleep with, to repeat that energy and sleep with people and keep it in the family, even cat and penis. They could think that this strengthens their family. So on the outside, you're looking like, ew, or something like this, right? Okay. You start moving through this and you're like, okay, I can see how, because kids did used to be attracted to their cousins a little bit when they were younger, in their innocence. So you could have had a cousin or whatever that you were confused about the liking that you guys had for each other or something like this, okay? When you're really little, okay? And then you grow up, you see what I'm saying? Okay? And then when you grow up to a young lady, middle-aged teenager or something like this, you notice that you might have that one cousin, that one uncle, okay? All right? I don't know about the boys. Y'all have to take it from there, okay? But you got that one uncle, if he ain't always got his eyes on you at 15 years old, he looking at your 15-year-old friends. So he be looking at 15-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Or, it's shrouded in favorite niece or favorite nephew or something like this. But there's something deeper here, okay? Because I swear I was getting like the people that was taken out in the 80s and the 90s and stuff, they were being groomed to maybe be somebody's like mine or somebody else's like mistresses or concubines or something like this. I'm not looking at it that way, but I feel like that's the way these groups of people that I could feel them looking at me or that were looking at me, that's how they would. And I'm just thinking like, who told y'all that part? Like, I don't know. Because it may not be the people that's actually in the Truman Show that are doing this, but best believe the people that came out or they're in the background, they are. We don't know. These people could have had to been chased away and never trusted people, but the people that they got relocated with. Because I was hearing last night before I went to bed, somebody saying like, Moses, why'd you bring us here? You should have just left us you should have left us down in Egypt. So this could be people coming back from the south. They were taken into the south. They're coming back from the south to the north. And then they hear me talking this shit. Because I swear it's like they got a news station with just, or an app with just my voice talking shit on it. You know what I'm saying? That they let these people listen to it and they're like, oh man, she's still talking that shit. Where's the love? You might well just left us down in Egypt, which could be Texas or South America or Mexico. Something like this. Because again, nobody's describing the fact that, oh, this motherfucker done put my card up in here. Nobody's describing the fact that nobody's really communicating with this person. I'm just speaking. Somebody done put this pisses me off. And then people like, why you think that people be doing, you always think it's some kind of conspiracy. But people be doing shit like this. Hold on. You see my card? My tarot card? This is just a nasty old juice thing that I put my cigarettes in the sunroom or whatever when I'm done smoking. And somebody took the liberty to crumble this up and stuff it down in there. Like, what? Why did you do that? It don't look like it was on fire or nothing. Why the fuck would you do that? I was just about to grab that deck too. So the little shit that they do around, like slipping in other people's kids instead of mine, back into the house. I'm like, damn, girl, you was too dark skinned yesterday. Now you all light skinned looking, like I can't tell. So somebody's saying like, oh, you take care of plants like you take care of your own children. Like, it's like kind of like don't have a choice because somebody can't just sit there all day trying to see who's different today, who's looking everybody in the fucking face. It's weird, okay? But I've already stated my case. Like, if my family is dead, if y'all killed my entire family and you put replicas, I'd rather just not have none of them. Why do you have these people around me still siphoning my energy? I'd rather cut the losses, take the finances you tried to hide under these kids' name and give it to another person that's not even them. And they're walking around with the finances that was left for me from this spouse or from those children. And I'm sitting here with decoy people while they spend my money or spend our money. So these are like acts of cruelty or something. But I feel like these people won't have nothing if we take that away from them and make sure that the righteous ones or the true one gets it. But then it'll reduce half of the crime rate. They'd be like, if we do this and we move these people over here, motherfucker, I just told you what to do to reduce the crime rate. Then you can watch these people as they try to build up this lawlessness, wicked camp again. and you will be able to stop them at every side, and then they can't build it up again, and then they will have to choose to go back home or relocate to finish doing it. So I can just sit here and keep my mouth closed. I know the secrets, or I know something that you could probably try, and then nothing gets done. But there's also somebody I thought that's Chronos too. They don't know what else to do. They look to me, but you dog me in the public. But in your intel, you're coming to me for me to say the shit on here, and then all your minions run back and tell you in their way, their various ways, with their mind, the way it works, what I said. And then you do it, and you do it fucked up because you're not dealing directly with me. Because these people can't face me because of what they did. It ain't that the light is too bright or people's eyes gonna pop out their head because they go see God. Okay? Even though I was watching some fishing boys, I don't know why I like to watch. I was watching these boys yesterday. There's some Caucasian boys. They just look like wild boys or whatever, okay? And I think it's called wild something, okay? And they do like fishing or something. They were doing like fishing stuff, and I was watching what they were doing, and then they went big sea fishing or whatever. And then I watched another episode. I don't know, I was watching them the other day. And they were fishing, and they were trying to get these fish, and it was like at the bottom, like way down. They were like, oh, it's like 50 feet down or whatever, like this. And then when they pulled these fish up, the eyes was busting out of the head. And it was like, no, because it was the fish was down there way at that level or whatever, and there's a lot of pressure. So, you know, so their eyes are busting out of their head. But I was thinking, like, damn, I mean, that sounds susceptible, but I wonder what else is underneath there to make that happen. Because I never seen no shit like that. And then I was thinking, I wonder if it's just that particular type of fish, or is that any fish that goes down deep? Are they eyes made to bust? It was like a clear balloon. Y'all remember them balloon things? It come one of them little kits. Y'all know these kits. We all from the 80s know it. You know, the little magnetic thing with the little mustache you can make, or the little doodle pad. Mine was the doodle pads that you take that red pencil and you write, and then you rip up the sheet, and then it's gone, and then you write and you do it again. But they also had these little, like in those little contraption areas, they also had this little thin little red straw, and it had these little things, this little putty or whatever, and you could put this putty on the end of there and blow up these clear bubbles. Like it's not like water bubbles, like solution. It was like a putty or something, and so the bubble you can kind of play with it or whatever. It's kind of like that's how the eyeballs was, like that on these fish. But I'm trying to figure out what the purpose. Bun, what are you doing? I don't know. I thought she was looking like somebody threw something at her. Something flew across the yard. So this is kind of like what this is. And I feel like this team leader or whatever of these people, they're scared to say. They're like, oh, it's a lost cause. She'll never find the code, or she'll never be able to meet with us. It's just too bad. But the person is really scared to meet with me or something like this. They're really just scared because it's going to activate something is what it makes me think about. So somebody could be trying to change the destiny, but it's not going to be able to be changed possibly with this alchemist card coming up at the top. But whoever tried to change this, they may have lost their seat, because somebody could enjoy this person because for the past 30 years they were behind the scenes with this. But say that the person found out that this person is not a part of this legacy, lineage, or bloodline. And so all the time they're mad at me, but instead of me, you took the sister, and the sister ain't even the same lineage as this. Somebody could have did that shit on purpose, or I don't know, somebody could have been a spy. Because you can't be yourself, obviously, around these people. Yeah, disruption. They're not going to be able to change something. This could be wisdom 5. That's why I always think there got to be a man that was originally using my birthday to gain this wisdom and be connected or bound to me. just so it's not me, okay, in this day. So let's see. This could also be like, no, but it say in the Bible that we didn't have much knowledge and now we have knowledge, but not mine. You wasn't supposed to touch mine. Nobody was supposed to be working on mine. So even if they did hollow me out and that's why I didn't remember that much or I didn't get to see all these things or whatever, then that means that that's the holy day. So somebody had a post written like, oh, all the other, oh, there's so many days before you, or the days are before you, or going ahead of you, or beyond you, or something like that. And I'm like, they could probably be doing whatever the hell they want to do, but they're not the holy days. You only treating a holy day that way because you don't like anything holy or anything clean internally. Because then these people have to look at how dirty they are. So it's not even something that they want written. They don't want this televised, how black people or whatever this unruly group of people overthrew the government. There is something that they're not proud of because they didn't have to. Because God was already going to sit somebody in the high spot and then clean it from there. But they, like I said, they didn't have no kind of respect for something, or they don't believe in whatever that is. So, you know. So again, we have the star energy, the sun, okay, celestial energy, or this could be like galactic or, you know, upper energy or something like this is in reverse. And so these people can't rebuild because they tried to attack these things. Or again, these things cannot rebuild, okay? The sun in reverse, stars in reverse, or whatever this is, okay? They could have did something really bad or something like this, okay? Then we have a union. This could also be people that was trying to break away a union, but they went really, really hella hard, okay? Also, there's a young man here. Yeah, there could be a young man. This could be a son of one of these people that we're talking about. They could have snuck and got somebody into a union, okay? A union with this lion. This is like the UK with America with piracy sitting over it. So these people are trying to do something to find out the information. They're making something uncomfortable. They're doing something here to take and give to this other person. And again, there could be a boy and a girl version of this person, or somebody is a transgender. Could be this 10-10 energy here. That's walking away with a little bit of money or something. That could be also why somebody is saying, oh, your father's been doing this. Somebody's father's got a affection for their child or something. But this is like the forever young version of my father that was born in the 50s. And he's still here as a young person under the guise of a female or something like this. And you get what I'm saying? The way that these older people would be thinking that got paused and frozen in time back in the 50s is totally different. And what they had to go through possibly to fit into society or not, you know, it makes their thinking different. It's almost like being in the same world but a different world at the same time. All right? Because no matter what, if you were good to your parents or your father and you're a girl, you think that at least your father will have your back at the end of something. Watch out, Goose. I don't have anything for you. And this could also be who's been playing that's an Empress while I was away from the hometown. An Empress in reverse, okay? And whatever this is unjust. And so these people are going to get, it's seeming like they're going to get a tower for whatever this is that they did, okay? With the Chariot, there could be some type of, you know, activity here, okay? This also make me think about, this is my like Desert Storm. This make me think about Desert Storm. Also, the Ace of Cups is in reverse on this person. Like, this could be like military don't know what to do. There's a breach between military and some of these capital energies, which could be pertaining in us. There's a breach between government and military. There's a breach. That should be kind of concerning. Yeah, these people could be in a desert. I don't know what they did or what somebody did to them. You see? Where they don't have access to the Ace of Cups. They could have took this Empress in reverse instead. Because this person had street smart or something. But that's yeah. They weren't supposed to intermingle or marry or engage with these people. Okay? And somebody did. And that's why they're now in the desert. Um, it's kind of strange. Alright, so I'm just gonna get 3 cards on. We got Diablo seed in the upright with the universe in reverse. Devil's advocate kind of energy. But let's see. I want to see what. Yeah, she keep coming out with this Empress in reverse, and then this Knave of Cups, this child. Four of Coins. It came out sideways, so I'm gonna leave it that way. This could be that the sons of David or this whatever is being laid waste, or there's both supposedly upright children of this breed or something and reverse children. We said because in the Bible it says something about this being like a separated or astute breed. That's why we talk about. That's why that's my David card. But this lion, this snake is, excuse me, chopped up into pieces. Like I said, this remind me of like the Confederate. I don't know, not the Confederate, but y'all know the sign and symbol of the snake being chopped up into pieces. And I think it's North Carolina, South Carolina, and a couple of other pieces of land that are on that snake's body, but it's all chopped up. I can't remember what, you know, what it is. Okay, all my books is like really boxed up now, and I don't really get to go into them that much anymore. So
What a great summer.
We have this Emperor energy here, and we have this Ace of Pentacles energy, this Royal energy with this Emperor energy here, and the upright. With the universe in reverse. But why do I feel like these people could be supporting these people in like a mosh pit kind of mentality? This could be doppelgangers or something, but something is getting blocked by this truth or the Two of Swords here. All right. They're saying that somebody hasn't went through started their awakening or something with this Two of Swords, but they did. So I don't know. Somebody's like, oh, we have to use these. We already, but you already. What do you mean? This is two people that's been compromised to move forward. With the universe in reverse, that's the only way you're going to stop letting this universe meddle around. Is if you was able to deceive the people that this is a royal person and this is this emperor here. So this is like I said, emperorship and then kings and queens. But that whatever this is over here in the West is being blocked. Because it's kind of like something has not activated in something, but it did. They're trying to say that somebody's still blindfolded to like everything, but you've seen enough where you can start going through the actual process or getting the training. And somebody's trying to say that you're not. You're still in some type of stance, wanting to stand there and hold those swords. Your arms all tired. You know what I'm saying? You bored now. All the mind games that was being played to sharpen your skills or ruin them while you had that blindfold on, sitting still. All the people that was running around you, whispering shit and bugging you and bullying you or something while you were blindfolded. Somebody is saying that you're still in that energy where you're not able to pinpoint who's doing what or something like this. All right. And it's just not true. Okay. Or like I said, if they think they're saying that they already prepped a queen and an emperor to do something, that's not the case. Okay. What the world is still belongs to this world card energy, is what I'm hearing. Because somebody's saying we're the special ones to God because we was the ones that was working with this person. No, you the children that's going to suffer for the sins of these fathers. I told you that already. So y'all hear me saying stuff on here, you like, damn, girl, that's messed up. Oh, I wish these people stop. but I'm not really bothered or shaken to the core like these people must be. So even if they're trying to create a fake scenario or some type of construct around me, as if see all this stuff is happening to this person because God don't like this person, it's just not it's just not true. It's making me think also that whoever this is that you're trying to push forward, saying that God, these are the apple of God's eye, or God gave the blessing or something, that's a lie with this judgment in reverse on top of that. Okay, like something is ordained, it's not ordained. Let's put it like that. And that's the truth. So the next card is the truth, that these people is draining me or somebody else, or this Drake energy or whatever, this Aubrey or Derek, one of these people. Okay, this Chris energy, whoever this is. Okay, because we heard that in one of those old writings it said Christopher. Now there's so many Christophers, that could be any Christopher is going to be the holder of the secrets or something because of whatever. Now somebody's name could be that, or it don't have to be. Okay, real name, fake name, stage name, whatever. 7 of Wands. And this person is not being protected, and they're doing heavy dark magic on this person. Okay, this is the truth. Or what I said about somebody is coming out like, oh, the best rapper of the year is because you got this other person, okay, double cross, crisscross. You got this other person being drained of their energy, because that's the closest thing to me. So that's the closest thing to me in the higher realms. Or not the higher realms, but in the spotlight. But it will also cover up what they did to me, because my energy will still be flowing just through another, or my essence, right? It's also a cover up for what they're doing to this person. It's just a cover up. It's just a cover up. Because it could also be somebody that's hidden, like a hidden individual. A hidden individual as well. All right. And then we got shadow in reverse. This could also be a lie. Okay. That some shadow energy has given up on something. And then we got this Queen of Wands. So somebody's showing somebody's body looking like damn. And you're like, damn, bitch, you do got a nice ass fucking body, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bitch, work it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, somebody is not well, okay? So they are promoting some very well endowed women and men, but they're not healthy. They might live a healthy lifestyle. They might look nice and buff and everything, but just be careful, because that's like an illusion. This could also be AI, all right? The real version of these people is not looking so good right now, but they just don't want us to know it. And there's too many cards. I ain't about to take all them cards. That's all we need to know from there. Shadow energy in reverse. Also, death. Somebody could be trying to say that death is on you or me, but this could be on this energy here. Or this death could represent that they did do something to end something for me back around the time when I had this costume on like this. But I feel like they could have swapped me for the marvelous energy. Something happened out here, because I think this person got like this tattoo, a snake tattoo on their arm. It's like a merging of two. Somebody trying to say that's your old you and the new you, but they keep lying. Like all these people that you trying to match, that's not exactly me. That's like something that they created in the background of me. That's not really me. It's like the younger me, but you spliced it with one more person. Like you added Jay-Z or you added somebody in there to make some reality, something true or something like this. That's not originally what that person looked like. They could have looked like that a little bit, but you added something to this person. All right. And then there's, like I said, there's a death here. And this could be something where this person came up from the underworld, ended my life, or ended something for me, or ended the relationship with me and my man or something. That's like the little you coming up, the forever young version of me coming up and fucking my husband away from me. You know what I'm saying? She's made of the same shit as me, so the coochie might be as good as mine. You know, something like this. It might remind the person of me when I was younger. This, you know what I'm saying? This man 40 something years old, then this person come up. You know what I'm saying? It's like a mirage, or it's like a something like this. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, this could have left an Empress in reverse, or somebody could have did something to the spouse and left an Empress damaged or something like this. I don't know. So this could be an obstacle that's in the way. Somebody trying to blame you for this crime, or blame this version of me of this crime, but that's not who did the crime. Okay, somebody else did the crime. All right, and they could be also getting money from this person while they're locked up, or something like this, or something like this. Okay. So again, obstacles in the way. Somebody wants you to have their baby and be a millionaire, or sit your ass down, and then that's when all the obstacles will stop. Just become a Queen of Wands. We tried out the Queen of Wands. We tried the Queen of Swords. We tried to break you in these pieces to see what we like. Tried the Queen of Cups, and we like you better as the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody could be saying that somebody has to go back to a Queen of Pentacles, or this is somebody that's letting you realize we destroyed everything that was like you on the earth. You only got one choice. If you want your lineage or you want your bloodline to keep going on, then you better sit down and have a baby with somebody right now, and then populate with that, because we killed everything else of yours. Okay? This could be what somebody is saying. The person doesn't want lovers, or this might be breeding, where you're going to have to go through a spree of having sex with multiple people, or multiple processes. Okay? But these people want to watch it happen. They have really good cameras to watch, because I feel like somebody else could have to watch from the sidelines for whatever reason. They might, or this person was like this. Okay, chopped up into pieces or something like this. I'm falling to pieces. All right, and then there's not going to be any burdens. I don't know. Somebody wants you to get like started breeding or fucking or something like this, because there is a heavy sexual nature with some of these lineages and stuff. So people think just because I'm not talking about, that's not the point right now. That's just the point. Like, I don't like to have sex no more. Dang, what happened to you? Or, you know, it ain't shit out here. The fuck? I'm about to make myself. Yeah. So again, the Wheel of Fortune could be why this male that half lion, half something, or somebody tried to say, no, that's my sister. I'm half this and half that. No, you're not. Your DNA is different. You're not. You can't have her stuff that goes with that. You got to give it back. All right. So somebody might be gaining something back. Okay. Because this is from the fall of the royal family. There's supposed to be something that goes to this Queen of Pentacles that will make her like the Queen of Pentacles, that will have the same power as any other King of Pentacles. This could be what this is. Okay. And King of Wands in reverse. This could also be a father and a feather, which means this is just a man that's closely knit with the Empress. Okay, if she have a crown, if she has a crown on with feathers, okay, like the Daughter of Sticks, I think, in the one voodoo, whatever that tarot deck is, when she's smoking that cigarette, she got that crown on with them feathers. Those supposed to represent like men that fly higher than you. They catch things that the Empress sitting in one spot with that heavy weight, you know what I'm saying, may not be able to catch. They're responsible for her. They're like something like this, okay? That's what it means to me anyways. That's the way I've been able to visualize it. This could be one of those guys. This could be somebody that's very popular, rich, famous, very poor guy. It could be anywhere. They could be anywhere in any walk of life at this point, while a nation is crumbling or expanding. And so it's giving me that these two could have been messing around with each other. They could be sick, or with this Wheel of Fortune, they messed around with each other in the back when it comes to y'all business. And these two people are in the wrong for what they were trying to do to this Wheel of Fortune, or trying to make it seem like somebody is not a fortunate son or a fortunate daughter or a fortunate one, or somebody was working. They could have got caught working, messing up somebody's finances. Okay. They could have got caught getting these finances. Okay. This could be somebody like, we got POW, a prisoner of war in reverse. Okay. These people could have escaped and left a Queen of Pentacles behind, or this is saying that the Queen of Pentacles was not, I was supposed to say Queen of Pentacles. What is not a prisoner of war. Or somebody was acting like a prisoner of war and like they've been through something and they didn't. Or you know how when it was like, oh, George Bush, you didn't go to war, whatever, or something, you lied about being in the war, or to one of these presidents, they was clowning them because they was like, yeah, you just whatever, you didn't even finish, or something like this. Okay, or you was in the military, but you never went to war or combat. You know, somebody's like trying to do something like this. Okay, somebody could have even came up with the lie and say, oh, I was a prisoner of war, I should be getting this type of money or something like this. And these people fled to England and left me as the prisoner of war. So I suffered things, some type of background noise or humiliation amongst the shadows. And just in general, they didn't. So why are you trying to get these benefits with the Three of Wands of a prisoner of war? You guys left before the war started, or you left and got out of the way of something. All right. A father could have done this, and a spouse to a certain feminine energy, a Queen of Pentacles that was a good mother and a good daughter. This could be somebody that uplifted daughters that didn't even care about them, only used them for money, was going to overthrow them in the future and the rest of their children to be the most powerful. Daughters that didn't even call them or didn't acknowledge them or anything like this. But the one that was there with them side by side, they tried to leave this person behind for dead. Okay. Knight of Coins. Okay, they could have also been trying to give some finances to a son or something. These green sons, they're not going to be able to keep this money. Okay, they were supposed to get it how they live it. All right, so these are like pampered princes that were supposed to be struggling princes. And then you leave a princess to struggle when this was the money that was supposed to go to the princess. But you thought it's better to break it up with the men that was separate from her kingdom, that was not going to give to her and fuck with her in her kingdom in the future. This is a nation divided. A Papa was the Rolling Stone, have a family here, right? Then he leave and he have a family there. Somebody was trying to take from what the family that he had here, going in, taking from just the one woman that's left alone and give it to his children that's in the streets, getting it how they live it. How that sound? Like somebody was doing some shit like that, okay? That's just what they was doing. They could have been using like a shady lawyer or something like this to do so. And some friends. So somebody's like, oh, see, I knew I got people to support you. Bitch, you're not robbing them. You're robbing me. With them. I don't give a fuck about either one of you then. If that's what the fuck you doing. Okay? Yeah, something could be backfiring on these people here. That they're not going to get this triumphant thing. Because somebody could be just denying you. Now they could be like, oh, why'd you say something? We were doing that for a reason. To sneak through the... I don't want to hear none of that shit. I want my motherfucking money. I want my motherfucking walk-in papers, bitch. I don't really need them, but I'd like to see the shit. So I can hang it up on the wall. You understand? These could also be people that went into like, they went into like a program where they were pampered, like migratory energies. You know, when people go into witness protection program or something, these people could have been in. We got he, moon. So somebody could be the moon energy. They're not the sun. Somebody could be changing stuff. I don't know if people are finding out. Yeah, this person can't gain this triumph energy because they're not a sun. Okay. This could also be the sons are the ones that are brought up like in the ecclesiastical, in the upper realms, in the pub, like in the eyes of everybody. But then somebody might go into the dark and start creating, or into the south and start creating children. And those could be children of the moon or under the moon. Because somebody could have had the sun in their hand. It was too hot to handle. And then they went to something more stealth or private or back in the background or shadowy as the moon energy here. Okay. Somebody is heartbroken, this Knave of Swords. This could be this little Jay-Z son or something, that person. Or this could even be, that, you know, Kid Cudi kind of look like who they trying to say is Jay-Z's son. That could really be Kid Cudi's son. Somebody trying to do something weird here, okay? This could be this Vo energy. Okay. Could be a little Jay-Z, Linus, something mix. But who is this person's child? They could be trying to take this away from this person because they're part of the old kingdom, even though Phoenix and Marvelous could possibly be a part of the old kingdom too. I don't know. Somebody's trying to do something. When literally, I mean, this could be somebody in denial about who's dad, because just because they change somebody's appearance doesn't mean that, you know, these are just the mirages, right? Yeah. Or somebody just really wants to be your dad, or wanted to take care of you, or was your caretaker to a certain extent, or felt guilty, or like to have, like, to watch over you. You know, this gives me like an Elijah energy here. Okay. What's the problem? What? And like little wolf, what's the problem? What is the problem?